Hello guys, I'm back. Sorry for the break in transmission. I had in course. So today's topic. While I know they for med school like this, like you guys should help me to break this down. Before I say anything, I'm just going to start with this. Before I start bombarding a lot of tweets. I saw a lot of tweets one day when I came online, and then I was just scrolling. Jamb result came out, and the people were like sad that the result was bad and everything. And then I started scrolling, and then I saw a lot of things about Jamb and med school, and then I got a little bit confused. In fact, I got a whole lot confused that people have time in med school to be comparing jams and be like so and so cannot give me injection, blah blah blah. Like I saw a lot of fakes. That's the word. Like, there's no other word. So I'm going to review some tweets from Twitter, and I'm going to say some things about them. Yeah, very fast. Sorry that I'm looking stressed. I just came back from church and I need to say this before I do any other thing, because I might forget the words that I want to use for this video. Med school has no respect for your Jamb. I don't know, I don't care. Even if you have 400 in Jamb, coming into med school, you need a good Jamb to enter med school and all blah blah blah. A good Jamb determines your entering med school, does not determine your stay. You can have the best Jamb and still fail in med school. It is even proven. In fact, it's everywhere. It has been happening. It will not happen. It will not just start happening now. That the highest in Jamb in down med school, I say, failed med school. Maybe person had repeats or person was withdrawn. Now, like a lecturer always say, this man is a doctor. He always tells us that med school is not a test of brilliance. It's a test of endurance and consistency. You have to be consistent in med school. Before I start saying anything, I just want to break everything down so that when I start saying some things, it does not look and it does not sound as if I'm too harsh. Okay, so I'm going to start reviewing now. So someone here said make 248 give me. Okay, the tweet itself originally is from the co-creator with God, and she said me seeing 267 cannot give you medicine. When it was 248 that I used to enter. So she laughed, and then someone called Thinker saying make 248 give me injection care. I never trust the 300s way they safe. I am guessing this person is in 200 level. Or maybe person is in 100 level medicine, because it's looking like the person is a medical student. So the person is trying to say that because you are 248, you cannot be a good doctor. First, thinker, you are not thinking. Sorry, I have no other words. Thinker, they think, because that's a very dumb take. If you feel like Jamb score is what determines your stay in med school, I know a lot of colleagues of mine, which I'm very sorry about, that failed med school. In fact, we're in 300 level now, and a lot of people failed from 200 level. Like they failed the first class. No, people will be like the first class is the toughest or the easiest. I don't know. I can't even say any class is the toughest or the easiest, because I've not gone through other classes. I've not reached part and farm class. I'm just in 300 level, so I cannot really determine the hardest or the easiest class in med school. But I know that med school has stress, has a lot of difficulties. It's a new system. It has to do with the human body, which is a very complex system. So you coming out to say make 248 give you injection does not make any sense to me, because even 200 would have entered med school. 200 in Jamb entered med school. We don't know from where, we don't know from how, we don't know from why. But the person entered med school, and we have seen doctors graduate with the 200 Jamb score that they had. So you coming out to say me 248 give me Jamb. Okay, let me paint the scenario for you guys. I'm coming. I am Adedoyin Anna. I'm a medical student, a 400 level medical student, and I had 300 in Jamb or 320 in Jamb, and I want to take your history. Can I go ahead? Do you even get? No sense in comparing Jamb scores. Like, you having the best Jamb does not automatically make you a good student, a good medical student, or will it even make you a good doctor? We do more of practicals here. We do more of anatomy. We do more of physiology and other important things. Jamb was biochemistry, physics, and biology now, and English. for med school, like for medical students. That was what you did in Jamb, right? What can you relate in physics to physiology? Even though it has physics, even biochemistry and chemistry, like biology and chemistry, what can you use to relate to biochemistry? Of course, you will go deeper, definitely. So you coming out to say 4248 in Jamb, make it no give you injection. With the doctor tell you that they had 248 in Jamb, you go smash Jamb, enter med school, they collect 45 to 55 over 100 in an exam, on an exam basis. Person wey get 230 for Jamb go get distinctions. It happens. It's not even like just a tweet. That's what happens in med school. Like I said earlier in the beginning, that med school is not a thing about brilliance. You can be brilliant, and if you don't read, you fail. I mean, how brilliant do you want to be that if you don't know something? You don't know it. You cannot be as brilliant. You cannot be more brilliant than your knowledge, than what is in your head. So if you're not consistent in med school, you automatically fail, because you have a lot of drainage, you have a lot of burnout. Med school is not a place where you use Jamb to compare how good someone's results will be. No. So it is very true. You can have the best Jamb, you can even have 400 and still be struggling in med school. It happens. Next, this is Pamela. Pamela says Jamb scores are so inconsequential in med school. You can tell the people championing this discourse. Yeah, you can tell the people championing this discourse have not written their MBBS exams. Exactly. Like I said earlier, those people talking on tweeting nonsense here, they probably had 300 in their Jamb, 330, 360 probably. So they are now, maybe they are in 200 level, maybe they are even still in 100 level. They are still in 100 level. They've not written any MB, they've not written any professional exam, so their mind is still very, shallow. They've not entered the deep things in med school. So that's what this Pamela is saying, that med school will beat you blue and black with your 350. You can fail out of med school with your 350 if you like. Don't go and read. It's not even hard. When you're entering your exam hall, carry your Jamb results with you. Carry it, put it, plaster it on your face or your chest, or just hold it and show your lecturer that I had 350 in my Jamb. I want to come and write this in course. I will definitely smash it. And don't read. You tell her the story later, right? Of course. Yeah. Next.
Co-creator with
God quoted something. She said something saying, you know what? You were right. My daddy is the VC. I think there was a quote before that. Like there was a post that she quoted. I don't know. I think the person deleted the post that she quoted. So someone now quoted it with, that's Baby J. She said they think it's by Jamb results to stay in med school. It is not though. I will keep saying it. Even if someone has 190 in Jamb, but the person is very, very passionate about med school. Okay, I had 388. Is it 388 or 3? Sorry, did I say 3? I had 288. Was it 288 or 283 in my Jamb? And when I even got here, a lot of people were telling me that they had higher scores. I was so ashamed of talking about my Jamb. In fact, till now, till I saw that people actually graduated with 230 in their Jamb. Like they had 230 in Jamb and they are doctors now. I was so ashamed to talk about my score because I felt like it was even low. Now I'm seeing people with 240 and they are doing well in med school. So med school is not having anything to do with your Jamb. Like med school and Jamb have nothing to do with each other. Just do your thing. You will do well. Read well. Study hard. Smart studying, smart work, hard work. Do everything you can to do well in med school. It's not even about maybe I had 500 in Jamb, 500 over 400. Whatever you have in Jamb, it is just to enter the med school. When you are in med school, you will see a lot of shaking that pass your physics and biochemistry and biology in your Jamb. So next, this person said med school is not a respecter of Jamb scores. I've already said something like that. And then the next person is saying, this person is my classmate actually. She says, regardless of your Jamb score, we are all put through the same testing ground, and only those who survive it can become a doctor. Just like it's often said, med school is not for the brilliant, but it's for the consistent and the disciplined one. Yeah, like our lecturer said, I think our lecturer said that Point is that med school is not for the brilliant. It's for those that are consistent and those that have stuff. Because you can be brilliant and not have stuff. I know I'm a brilliant person, but if I do not open Kids more today, if I don't open TME, I will not know anything in TME, and I will go write the exam and I will fail it because I don't know anything in it. So consistency is the stuff. You don't have to know, you don't have to be the best in Jamb. I know even most times those that were having the best results in Jamb don't even come to med school. Med school is a thing of passion, money, which I don't know if there's no money in this med field again. I don't know. But my point is that med school and Jamb, I'm just going to keep reviewing the posts here because I still have not found any sense in comparing the two. I have not found any sense. So next, okay, this one is a quote. It's a tweet that was quoted. So the tweet that was quoted was, and realizing at the end of the day that it doesn't really matter. Everybody could still collect equally. And then this guy that quoted said, exactly, person will get 360 and another person with 340 go collect equally for this med school, which is true. You can be the best in Jamb. I'll just keep going back to being the best in Jamb. And then when the consultant asks you a question that was very, very minute, or that is very, very minute, and you forgot it, you will get percussed. Is it percussed? Yeah, there's percussion in med school. So they will insult you and you feel bad about yourself. And you won't even remember your Jamb score at that point. You will just want to pass. You will just want to pass. I know there are not mediocres in med school. Almost everybody in med school are brilliant. That is not even a lie. Most people in med school are very, very brilliant. But people in med school have low IQ. Especially for the people that wrote that. I be the thinker guy. I'll still go back to that thinker guy because that guy know the think. If you dey think, you know, go type wetin you type. Which one be 240 go give me a injection? Okay. How will you recognize it? Is the Jamb score written on the edge? You can never see someone and say the person had 248 in Jamb. I think there will be a part 2. I want to have a course mate talking with me, someone that has vibe, because I'm not really feeling myself like being the only one talking about this thing. I want someone that can bash someone, bash this guy, because this guy does not have sense. Yeah. So next, sense. This is Zolly in the void. I'm guessing it's, I don't know, Zoning in the void. That's what the person's username is. So this person said, Jamb is just one part of the story and it is just objectives. Most people do better in essays or practicals. The fact that I've not spoken about WAEC is what is actually very pissing right now. Because some people are not really good in MCQs, though you have to get good in MCQs in med school because you do a lot of multi-choice questions, you do a lot of objective questions. So my point is that you cannot use Jamb to judge your overall me now. For me, for my kind of person, I think I'm better in MCQs than essays. I don't really know how to write long, but I will learn. Of course, I'm in med school. I will write essay. I will write essay. Long answer questions, short answer questions, SAQ, LAQ. I will write because of course I have to prove my point, right? Because MCQ you can guess and you can guess well. You can guess well enough. I know people that have even guessed to get to that 300. Though you already have knowledge behind you, there's some questions where you just guess and lucky with your guess. So my point is that, okay, let me just continue reading. Okay, where SSCE shines, unis combine results, so one strength can balance another. That 300 in Jamb, no guarantee med school is. Period. Well, let's not even talk about this thing again, Jerry. I don't vex. So the point is that, okay, let me try to explain what she has said. Someone might have 230 something in Jamb, but add straight A's in WAEC. Person will automatically get into med school, depending on the school to share. I know someone that has written Jamb like 500 times because he wants to go to UI. I don't know what is in UI that people are chasing. I don't know. You want to go to UI, you want to go to a particular university, so you keep writing Jamb every year, year in, year out, year in, year out, because you want to go to a particular university. And then you keep insulting that people in private university are not brilliant. Of course, they got in with 200 because they are a private university. You keep writing Jamb 1 year, year 2, year 3, year 4, year 5. You're still writing Jamb because you want to go to UI, and UI keep rejecting you. Don't go to another school, don't come to Union Shun because they are not teaching them well. You want UI, and then you spend like 12 years again in the UI. Continue chasing UI. until they chase away from Jamb. It is well. That's not the point. But the point is, your aggregate is not just Jamb. So that Jamb talk is still Jamb talk, basically. Next, that's graduation. Says with your 350, 377, 320 in Jamb, you can be withdrawn from med school, and that your 320 colleague will pass that MBBS exam. This is from experience. So I know brilliant people that have failed in this med school, that I was surprised that I passed an exam that person failed. I'm not even trying to compare. I'm not trying to make anybody that is watching this feel bad. If you've enjoyed the video so far, please just give me a thumbs up and drop your comments in the comment section. Drop your comments and add to what I have said, especially about this Jamb issue. Do you really think Jamb has anything to do with med school? Do you really think Jamb scores really matter in med school? We guarantee whether you be a good doctor or not. Do you really think so? Just please add it in the comment section. So I know people that are better than me. I will say it like this, like as plain as it can be. I'm not even trying to be humble. I'm trying to be very real. People that are better than me that failed in my class, even in other classes, people that are very better than me that failed. How did I pass? Grace. Like I don't even know how else I passed, because it's not like I read. Do you get what I'm saying? I felt like grace had a lot to do in how I passed my exams. Not like I even had the best results. In fact, I had issues, but I won't like to talk about that now. I'm going to share my experience one day. I'm going to share my experience very soon. But my point is that I know people that are very much better than me, that failed out from med school, that had repeats, that had receipts and stuff like that. This is how it goes in secondary school, that you read maybe once, maybe 2 days before exam and you pass like that. That does not work in med school. There's no trick you can try, especially for the fact that you're going to write an essay. If you had no knowledge, no residual knowledge before exam, you are gone. That's all. So don't even try to whine yourself. So yes, next please. I don't want it to be too long. I think there'll be a part 2, a part 3, and I will stop. Yeah. So you think it's just about your Jamb results? Secondary school is one ball game. Pre-med is another. Pre-clinicals, a different kind of stress, and then clinicals, that one na senior man level. And where I come from, in med school, we respect those ahead of us as our chiefs. So I'm very sure, going back to that thinker guy, I'm referring to him because I'm using him as an example for people that actually think like him. Please don't think like him in med school. You will most likely either fail out, because you're going to think you know more than every other person, or you get humbled by your results on the by the long run, or on the long run, blah blah. Yeah, you get my point. Or I don't know, it's one of those two, and maybe 3, you'll be humbled and you even get depressed at the point. Yeah, third one is depression. So don't think like the thinker guy, please. I'm begging. I'm actually begging you to not think like him. Secondary school kind of stress is not the same thing as now that you're in university. Not even just a normal student, you're a medical student. Thank you for getting that point. So comparing biology, chemistry, physics to biochemistry, physiology and anatomy, and then now comparing it to pharmacology, pathology, internal medicine, surgery, please don't even try it, because this person can even be passing well in preclinicals. Maybe person is doing so well in anatomy, had distinction anatomy. When you get to clinicals, you still see another type of shaking, and the person is very disrespectful. This thinker guy, I hope you come across my video, because I am very particular about you. I'm not saying you should be bowing down to greet your seniors in med school, but there's a kind of respect you give to your medical seniors, your medical colleagues, because they have more experience than you. But you just give respect to who respects you. Respect everyone. Your seniors in med school. There's seniority in med school. I will even tell you for the fact. Your house officer is a senior to you. Your reg is a senior to an house officer. Like that, blah, blah. You get the point. So please just respect your senior colleagues in med school. Respect them, because you don't know what you might need later from them. You might need their stuff, need their books and all. You have to be humble enough to ask. So I think I'll take one more, because I'm actually very tired at this point. I'll take one more, and another weekend I'll be reviewing the next set of med school, hopefully with a colleague, because I'm feeling very, very bored. That's why I'm cutting it short like this. So yeah, next. In course results drop first. That one is funny because when I saw my first result, I was actually happy. That was anatomy, I think. Was it anatomy? Which result did I see first? I can't remember. If you're my course mates, please remind me. I think it's that anatomy or biochemistry that came out first. Yeah, can't remember. If it was anatomy, I was very happy. But if it was biochemistry, I was disappointed because I expected better. But if it was physiology, I cried. I called my mom and I cried. Mom, I failed physiology first course. Yeah, I did fail physiology first course. So, and I never even bragged about my Jamb score. So this is not even for me. It is for people that brag about Jamb score and all that. So next, I'm going to take another one before we leave today. Okay, this person quoted the thinker guy that said make 248 in injection, blah blah blah. This person said using Jamb score to measure intelligence or worth in med school is very unserious. Very, very. The sad part is with your 260, you could still end up repeating, getting withdrawn self, not even receipt. So chill. Secondary school system and med school are worlds apart, like worlds apart. Better focus on what's next. Yeah, so I'm going to stop here today because it's ending with this thinker guide. Yeah, so if you've enjoyed the videos so far, please just give me a thumbs up and click the subscribe button and also turn on the post notifications for the part 2 of this video. And yeah, I think that's basically it for today. I am actually tired now, and I'm hoping that I'll come back with a colleague to discuss on the remaining part of the tweets, especially someone that uses Twitter, so the person will relate more and send more tweets that I did not save to my phone. Alright then, bye. And if you're interested and you're my colleague, maybe you're close by, please just send me a DM. Yeah, thank you. Send me a DM. You have my number. You're my colleague, you have my number. So yeah, thanks. Alright, thank you for watching and thanks for bearing with me with my scared face. I'm still fine, I'm yeah, I'm still fine. I know it. Yeah, thank you very much for staying and watching. Have a good week. And yeah, sorry for the inconsistency. I don't know why I didn't talk about that. I think I did. I don't know. I can't remember. But sorry for the inconsistency. I had in-course. I had to travel for the weekend and then, everything. It's actually very overwhelming. So subscribe also to my podcast because I'm also posting this on my Spotify. So and on YouTube Music. So subscribe to my podcast at Spotify and YouTube at Exquisite channel. Yeah, basically. Alright then, have a good evening and take care of yourself. Bye. Peace out.